right, guys. I have a thing. You guys want to play a game?
No.
Yes, Daddy.
All right, we'll move on.
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah. What's that? Is Yas Queen Slay?
Yeah, Slay Queen. Yas Queen Slay.
Slay Queen.
What's that even off of?
I don't know. I've heard
it so many times.
Yas Queen.
I've heard it in passing. Oh, the actual like Slay Queen.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I don't know, it's some like reality show that somebody said. I think it was like RuPaul's drag show. It was like, yes, Queen, slay.
I found the origin.
It all comes together now.
I found the origin of Yas Queen, actually.
Did you?
It is it's just a saying that came about in the 80s in the in the homosexual community.
Really?
You know how just like terms and sayings come about.
Right.
It just kind of evolved. You know, Yas Queen,
Yas.
slay. Anyways,
And then somebody put it over a clip of the dinosaurs from Jurassic World. Just, yeah.
yeah, and here
That's what I'm saying.
2018,
Peter Griffin's laugh.
it's a meme.
That's funny.
Oh, I saw that.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Do it. Anyway, let's play a game.
Yeah, let's play a game.
Let's play the game.
Do you want to play a game?
All right.
Yas, Daddy.
Becky, sexy woman, loves it.
Becky, sexy woman. All right, guys. So this is fact or fiction.
Okay.
I'm going to read you guys 4 stories. You're going to tell me whether or not you believe it's fact or fiction, and I will tell you the right answer. Now, there are no particular... I'm not saying there's 50% is fact, 50% is fiction. It's going to be whatever. Mm-hmm. There's not going to be any, like... what's the word I'm looking for? Like... I'm not going to tease you guys today. I'm not going to, like, take a real story, change one thing, and be like, it's fiction.
News.
Either I made it up completely, or it is true. I found it on the internet. As true as the internet can be, I guess.
So
Okay.
you're going to say Yas Queen or no Queen?
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. So Yas Queen for fact.
And then because I like making things a competition, whoever wins gets to name this episode of the podcast.
Okay.
I don't agree to that.
You don't agree?
You guys agree to the terms?
So it's Yas Queen and no Queen, or is it
Yeah,
fake
it's-
news?
Yeah, Yas Queen and fake.
Yas Queen and fake news. That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
We just changed your game. Do you agree to the
fine,
terms?
Whatever. I was
Fact or fiction is now Yas
kind of
Queen and
tossing it
fake
around with the
news.
second
We've
title.
done it in seconds.
Good job, Tom.
All right,
gotta be
I gotta
huge.
get in my story voice though.
All right.
China?
It's going to be huge. Oh my God. We need a Trump soundboard for this.
I know China, they're very good people.
Kevin does a pretty
Pretty good at it.
It's all nasal, dude. You gotta have a nose.
It's off in the nose.
Yeah.
I want you to read me a long story in Trump's voice later.
Okay. We'll have to do it. Jody loves Chachi.
Oh my
It's
God.
really great.
Story time with Trump. Can you do it?
I don't
That's
know
a
if I
segment.
can. I don't know if I can do the voice like for a long duration. If it's a short burst, I can get it.
It's like holding your breath.
Yeah, because it's not so, like normal talking. It's like yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like it really ties up your your nose.
That
and
makes
your
sense.
throat. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, ready?
Yes.
Yas Queen.
Round
Yas
one.
Queen or fake news?
Yeah, Yas Queen or fake news? I can't believe that's my segment now. Gosh.
I like fact or fiction, but
Yeah.
because Yas Queen is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
All right, you guys
That's
ready?
fake news.
The date is April 3rd, 1973. An
Fake
army
news.
of
Fake news.
April 3rd doesn't exist. Move on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jeez, I gotta start over.
Start over.
I gotta shake this off. I thought it was a pretty good start.
Shake
You
it
had a
up.
good momentum.
I lost it completely.
You got it.
Really good at derailing you.
Derailed.
I'm afraid to start again.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say that.
we're not gonna say anything.
Yas Queen. All right. Sorry. The date is April 3rd, 1973. An army of North Vietnamese stand between a small U.S. battalion and an important stronghold on a hill just south of a small town, Dong Hoi. The stronghold had been left. What?
You said Dong Hoi.
That's the name of the town.
I saw it in Ty's eyes. And
It's just a funny word.
It's a funny word.
Couple words, I guess.
Dong Hoi.
All right,
So we're back in Dong Hoi.
yes, okay. Sorry.
Fake news. Getting
Stronghold on a hill just south of a small town. I can't even say it now. You guys have screwed me up so bad. Okay, anyway, we're just going to pass by the name. Doesn't matter. The stronghold had been left behind by the Viet Cong and was desired by both the U.S. and Vietnamese. The fight lasted for hours. A brutal and bloody battle. You guys have got me so jacked up now.
Oh, it's all our fault because you can't read.
Maybe you should get hooked on Pahonics.
Maybe I should have.
Blame your private school.
My private school education. It's on you guys making fun of me. Okay, so the fight lasted for hours. A brutal and bloody battle. As the U.S. soldiers inched forward towards the stronghold, a tower now in sight, Corporal Dennis Hoagie Fletcher ripped the American flag from the hand of a nearby private and ran towards the compound. With bombs exploding all around and bullets zinging past his head, he pressed on with determination. His goal, hanging his country's flag high above the compound, claiming it for their own. He ran up the steep hill, dodging the large stones, tore through the jungle thick, and made it to the compound. Realizing that he had gone basically unseen, he creeped into the Viet Cong fortress, making his way to the center near the abandoned compound. You guys feel like you're there yet?
Yes.
Yes, I'm there. I can
Holy crap, I feel like I'm there right now.
To the center of the abandoned compound where the flagpole would surely be. Fletcher carefully made his way through the halls until he could see through a small opening the courtyard where the flagpole was sure to be. With a racing heart and deep breath, Fletcher kicked open the door to the outside and started to run toward the flagpole. Fletcher stopped in his tracks to see that an American flag had already been making its way up the flagpole by a small Vietnamese soldier. The boy, roughly 12 years old, had been raising the American flag rather than his own country's flag by mistake.
Yas Queen.
I'll give that a Yas Queen.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's probably the same reason.
What's your reasoning?
Either
Either Yas Queen or fake news. I don't know.
Yas Queen.
No, make before you give your reasons.
Yeah.
Just give me your answers, and then I'll tell you who's right, and then tell me why you thought what you thought.
I'm gonna say Yas Queen.
Because I don't want it to influence Tyler. He's got to do this on his own.
Yeah, right.
Carry your own weight, Tyler.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know. It's a good story, but I know you like war stuff, so if you're going to make one up your own, I feel like you would lean more towards that way, which I probably should have said. If I just gave my reasoning, I guess I'm just going to say fake news.
Fake news? All right, so you guys are Yas Queen?
I'm Yas Queen.
Yas Queen.
Fake news.
You made
Really?
that up?
I made that up.
Oh man, I thought the only way that it was fake
It was
news,
really good.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought maybe he made that up, but if it's true, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's hard to explain. Like, it's in my
You live over there, bud?
I was like, yeah, I'm just like thinking like, okay, well, obviously this dude doesn't die because we're getting like details from like, you know, he ran through a hallway and saw where the flag would go. I'm like, or did Steven?
It's just too detailed
Yeah,
to make it seem like it was
seem like
thought
it
up.
was-
yeah. So you did a good job
Hey, thanks,
with your
I appreciate
fake news.
Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah. Wow. Way to go.
I give that a
Wolf
CNN
Blitzer.
rating.
Kevin, why did you pick it? 'Cause you said
No offense to you, but I didn't think this was like your writing style.
wow.
Yeah. It was really good.
Hey, thanks.
You know, but I didn't think
means
like you would
you've
go
matured.
with that kind of like. First off, I didn't think you go with Vietnam. I don't. When I see
I
you
was
talk about
trying
war,
to
it's,
fool you guys.
yeah, it's either like World War II or like Korea or something.
That's good, man.
Hey, thanks.
That's cool.
All right. So Tyler has 1. You guys have 0 right now.
Get good, scrub.
Okay. So
You're
and
gonna
that
name
one,
the episode.
I titled that one "A Mistake of Fate."
Mistake of fate.
This one is titled "Overboard."
There's a sermon in that somewhere.
Overboard.
Overboard.
Overboard, not
Okay.
Overlord.
We're going some wow stuff, dude.
In December of 1664, a large boat containing 81 passengers was passing through a narrow strip of sea off the coast of Wales called the Mianna Strait. The boat was traveling through the strait as the tide rushed in and capsized them, leaving only one survivor, a man named Hugh Williams. Over 120 years later, another boat was crossing the strait. It was December, and the vessel was carrying 60 passengers. A storm blew in and again capsized the boat. Everyone on board was killed except one man, who was named Hugh Williams. 35 years later, in 1820, a third boat was capsized while crossing the strait. There was 25 people on board, and all of them perished, except for one man, a man named Hugh Williams. Things took a different turn about a decade later. In July 10th, 1940, a small fishing boat was passing through, and it struck a German underwater mine. The explosion tore the boat apart, taking the lives of the entire crew, all except two men. The older of the two men was named Hugh Williams, who survived with his nephew, whose name was also Hugh Williams.
Ah,
I think I've heard something like this before.
dude. I feel like I would have heard something. This is totally like...
Don't reason with each other.
I'm gonna say it's true. Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Yas Queen.
Yeah.
Slay!
Slay.
There's another party horn.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
What are you guys' votes, reasons?
I want it to be true, so I'm going to say Yas Queen.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you'll get a Yas Queen from me.
Wow, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sounded like you were going negative earlier.
Yeah, until you heard us too.
Because the first, I was so confident in the first one, but now like I'm going against my gut, so I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yas Queen.
It is true.
Huh.
It sounded like something crazy. I'm like,
Yep.
this sounds...
Just name your son Hugh Williams, and he'll be invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Put 'em on a boat.
Well, this is all took place over like 200 years.
Crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But apparently in okay, so there's this podcast that I got some of this stuff from, and it's called, I guess I should plug it. It's called The Cabinet of Curiosities. Mm. But he kind of explained that like in Wales, Hugh Williams is the most popular name
like a John
over there.
Smith.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a very big Welsh name.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, sorry to interrupt. We really hope that you guys are liking this podcast. If you would like to support it, head on over to patreon.com/bitesizemammoth and check out our rewards. 10% of everything you donate will go to a different charity each month.
Also, make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Bite-Sized Mammoth.
All right, you guys ready for number 3?
Yas Queen.
This one's called
Slay.
Ironclad.
Ironclad.
Chesapeake Bay, Virginia. It was a winter evening in 1862 when the ironclad ship made its first ominous appearance during the height of the Civil War. The Union Army had been keeping their ironclad a secret until it was ready, and then they would deliver a devastating blow to the unexpecting Confederates. The world's very first ironclad ship was ready. The target, a riverside fortress called Swell's Point, about a mile and a half down the Elizabeth River. The CSS Virginia made her way quietly through the Chesapeake Bay and started down the Elizabeth River. The boat, powered by steam, killed its engines and drifted down the river, patiently waiting for their moment to attack. A mile down the river now, and the first mate aboard the ironclad was on the deck, keeping an eye out for the fortress, surely to be around the corner. Frequently, he reported back to the captain about the water's conditions. From the deafening quiet in the night came a sound shattering through the silence. Fire! They were being ambushed. Someone must have leaked the plans of the attack. A small Confederate team tasked with the ambush fired relentlessly their cannons and muskets at the strange-looking ironclad ship. The crew of the CSS Virginia scrambled to their posts, listening to the loud ricochets of the cannons and the muskets off the side of the ship. It was working. The ship seemed impenetrable. Suddenly, as the crew was about to return fire, all became quiet. The confused crew made their way back to the upper deck, only to find that the team that was supposed to be ambushing them were all dead. The ricochets of their own fire had come back and destroyed them. The CSS Virginia had won its very first battle without firing a single cannon.
Yas Queen.
Say yes.
That's so cool. But I want to know why it's not a movie.
Yeah, that could be a movie.
I mean,
it seems like a really short battle, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, though.
How do you make that in an hour and a half? I mean, you could.
You can throw that into a movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be the whole movie.
Yeah.
If it were real.
Oh, man.
If it were real. You already Yas Queen.
You're right.
And it bounced back
Said
and
that.
killed all of them.
I don't know if it may not be all of them. Enough to stop. I'm sure someone were like, no! And it's left.
I'm going to say fake news.
Fake news?
Yeah.
Fake news.
Oh.
Made it up.
That's good.
Wow,
man.
great. So Tyler and Roach are tied. I'm out of the running. Great.
Yeah, so Roach has 2, Tyler has 2, Kevin has 1.
The only way we can... What if we tie? Because we have one more story, right?
I'll make this next round... Oh, yeah. I didn't think of a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I didn't make up some more lies for you.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. You should write a book. You should be an author.
An author? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. The final story. This one is called Leatherman.
Leatherman.
For decades back in the 1800s, a mysterious figure known only as the Leatherman walked a 34-day, 365-mile route through New England. Along the way, he visited 40 different towns, stopped at the same homes for no more than 5 to 10 minutes at a time, and spent his nights in caves and natural hollows. He spoke little to no English, according to those he met. He did not speak much of anything. No one had ever known his name, although it was said that his route was so regular people could tell the time of day by his appearance in the town. Some schools would even reward a few of the children with some time off on Leatherman Day, when they would go outside and meet him and give him food they had collected. Photos of Leatherman show a weathered, tired-looking man always dressed head to toe in leather. Even during the hottest of summer days, he walked his route for nearly 30 years until he died in 1889. By then, it was estimated that he had covered somewhere around 100,000 miles and met countless people, but never told anyone his name, much less anything about himself. All attempts at finding out more about him after his death had failed. In 2011, the Leatherman's resting place was exhumed with the dual purpose of burying him in a proper cemetery and taking DNA in hopes of getting some clues about who he really was. The exhumers ran into one tiny obstacle. The grave was empty.
Yas Queen.
That's what I was going to say.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Kevin has to.
I have to. I have to go opposite of them so we can tie.
It was real.
Ah, come on.
That is the coolest, man. That could be a movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They said I cut this part out, but they estimated that the amount of leather he wore would have weighed almost 60 pounds.
That's a lot of leather. That's like bulletproof leather.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like I've seen pictures of this guy. We'll have to post it on the thing. But it was just like hand stitched animal hide that he had apparently done all himself.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, guys. So that's my game.
That's cool.
That's
That's
neat. Let's
good,
start.
dude. That's good.
Do the prize now. What's the name of the episode?
I'm not good with this stuff, man.
You'll have to just sit down and combine efforts.
We can do it right now. We could do something like
Like a Mad Lib.
and then like an adjective and a noun, and you pick whichever one you want, adjective or noun. You want to?
I'll do
We can just call
noun.
it no. Okay.
I'll do noun.
Okay.
So
Okay, tell me whenever you got it in your head.
I got it.
Okay.
What do you got, Roach?
Roach has the adjective.
Your adjective.
Yes, I got the adjective.
So
Okay.
the
Sneaky.
Game.
What?
Game.
The sneaky game.
The sneaky game.
All right, well, I guess that's the end of the podcast.
The sneaky game. There we go. Yas Queen, fake
I
news.
thought it was going to be like the sneaky goat. I don't know.
Sneaky goat.
Well, it's a game. I don't know.
Sneaky game.
Oh, it's a sneaky
funny.
game.
Kevin, I'm a little like you didn't think that I could write like that?
I
mean,
the
it wasn't
last
even
time
that
I heard
great.
your writing, like not that you couldn't like do something like that good. Like it just doesn't seem like your style.
Yeah, no, I really had to like really think about it.
Which is kudos to you for throwing.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's been practicing his words.
He's getting them words there goodly. No, because if it was a war thing, I was like, he's going to do World War II or like Korea or something. That's what
After Tyler said that, the only two that were on here that were like that were fake were the ones that I chose, and both of them were about war.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
That's cool, man. Dope. Swag dope.
Swag dope. Swag dope. So, I saw this thing the other day. I mentioned Lindsey Sterling earlier. She posted something about.
I'll fight you.
She's a musician. For those that you don't know, she's
Just look her up.
she's phenomenal. She's
Yeah,
great.
she is.
But she started out in the band. I forget the name of the band, but it was like a punk rock band with like violin. It was super weird. It was a lot like Yellow Card.
Yes. Perfect.
And she asked her dad if she could go on this little mini state tour with her band. Now at the time, she's 16 years old.
Okay.
Okay, so it got me thinking of like, how would I parent this? Because I've been thinking like, okay, I'm getting older now. Eventually, there might be a family in the future somewhere. How should I be an adult? You know,
Right.
Like that's the kind of thought. So it's like, how would I parent this situation? Well, I know how her dad handled it. I know how the mom handled it. But she wanted, basically the scenario was, you have a daughter. She is 16 years old.
All right.
She's in a band with 3 other people who are all guys and all 18.
Okay.
She wants to go on a multi-show
Multi-city.
tour over like, I think it's like 3 states, like 3 neighboring states. And she wants to go with this band to go on this tour.
Okay.
So it's like, how would you handle that situation? It's kind of what I want to hear. I know how I would handle it. I know how it was handled. And I want to hear your guys' input of like, how would you, if you had a daughter, came to you with this exact same situation, what would you do?
See, I know that the drummer for Anberlin was 15 when they started touring. And the dad let him go. And obviously, look at Anberlin.
Yeah.
They're no longer around.
Yeah.
Then they all like splinter off to go do something else.
No, the lead vocalist is a worship pastor now.
Is he?
They're around for a while though.
They were on
played
a
a Warped
long
Tour
time.
and
R.I.P.
Very
World War
successful, nonetheless. They were very successful. But since it's my daughter, which I don't have one,
IV. Right.
if I knew these guys really well, if I knew them well, I'll assume that if they're a part of her life up to this point where they're playing music and stuff together, surely I would have something. I would know something about them. Mm-hmm. Then, probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That is not the response I thought you would give.
Well, because
me neither.
there's some things in this life that are like once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would have at 16, I would have killed to went on a 3-state multi-city tour.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we were super excited. We got to go 4 hours away.
Right. We got to go play in like Neo shows. Like, oh my gosh, it's almost Arkansas.
Yeah, we played. Yeah, almost Arkansas. We played Bell, Missouri. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. Like, if it depends on how long they were going to be gone, and if I knew these guys, and if I did and felt comfortable with these guys, then yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Ty?
So I'd probably let her. It's difficult because it's a girl. That's what's sad, I guess. Cause the dude is like, oh shoot, you know, if I had a
Right,
son,
yeah.
but the girl's a little different, you know.
Especially
fortunately,
with 3 guys.
right.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would probably let her,
Yeah,
only because
my opinion could change, but
right.
I think right now,
So I'd be super bummed if I was putting that, and my parents were like, nah, you know. I don't know.
I don't think your parents would have. They really didn't.
No. Yeah. Probably not.
All right, Roach?
man, I want to just say no.
Yeah.
Because it's my daughter,
Right.
Same time, like I agree with Steven, like, well, both of you guys, like, if I know the other guys, in the band well enough, I would have a sit down with all of them.
Yeah.
And be like, and I would have to have a sit down with all of these kids and probably all of their parents and be like, look, guys, this is my daughter. Like, she does not leave your sight ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
It's not so much the 3 dudes that she's with, but it's just the other dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
Anywhere else.
If it's just 3 dudes that I don't know that well or that I don't trust enough.
Yeah.
If I don't trust these other guys that she's with enough, then no. I would try to find a way to go with her myself because it would kill me because I would know
Right.
what it would do to her to be like, no.
Right.
Because, we're all musicians. You know what I'm saying? So if I could go, then I would. But, it's unlikely that I could just take off.
Right.
Work or
Assume
whatever
for
and
the
go.
story you can't.
So assume
Yeah.
for the story I cannot go. I would have to know these other guys well enough and sit them all down and be like, look, you don't leave her side ever. And if I trust that they can do that, then yeah, I'd let her go.
It's like, here, happy early birthday. Here's a taser. Keep
Yeah.
it charged.
Pretty much. That's basically where I would go.
Yeah.
I would definitely take Roach's approach, I think, on that.
Yeah, Roach
Roach
approach.
approach. That's why they call me that.
All right, Kevin, what would you do?
It's strikingly similar.
Really?
It's pretty much like there will be a talk. There will be like, this is my daughter that I'm now trusting you with, and I will hold you personally responsible.
Yeah.
And it's just more like, because yeah, like that kind of stuff, just like that's so super important. I think at a young age, like, I don't know. I think that's just kind of an experience. Like, you miss that, you might not ever get something like that again.
Yeah.
And like, look at her now. Obviously, in her experience,
Right.
she's-
It did happen again.
Just
Yeah.
look at her.
yeah,
Well, the thing is, like, if that opportunity had not been taken, she might not
right.
have been here.
So like and it's funny that you say like go with her because how it actually happened to say to clarify the end of the story is that she did end up going. The dad said no.
She did?
Yeah, she didn't end up going. The dad said no because her dad was like I think he was a pastor or something at like
Mormon, aren't they?
Mormon church. But the mother talked to the dad and said, "Let her go, and I'll go with her." But she didn't want to like ride along with them. She wanted her to have her own little, feel like, have her own experience. So the mother drove behind them the entire tour.
Dang.
Was their merch girl, all this other stuff. But like, and she'd like crash on the floor. And she had this long appreciation post of like how her mother did that. I think this was a Mother's Day post.
Oh,
Really?
boy.
Yeah.
See, dude, hands
super
down,
cool.
for parents like that. Our parents will like that. That's
Down to clown.
My parents totally would have let me go, though. They'd have been like, be careful. Like,
yeah.
But you're going. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I mean, my parents did. I mean, we all started playing in sketchy places pretty young. But even before, when I wasn't playing with you guys, I was playing with another band in like sketchy biker bars at like 14, 15 years old.
Well, they let you go with us to another state, and they've never even met any of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the day my dad met Pastor Troy was like, "Now, your kid's going to go with us out of state. We're going to Cincinnati. Is that cool?" My dad's like, "All right, here's some cash." I guess he trusted him.